Hey Internet, today's episode is Chemical Engineering. It was requested by a viewer. This is just an overview. As I'm trained in mechanical, I don't have any experience in that field. Okay, so I'm just going to be talking about universities that offer chemical engineering salary, places in New Zealand for chemical engineering. The places are quite broad. Alright, universities. So chemical engineering in New Zealand is actually quite a niche field. Only 3 universities offer honors degrees, the 4-year degrees. There are some that offer 3 and some that offer diplomas, but the 4-year honors degrees has the Washington Accord, which means you can take your degree overseas if you want to go overseas and work. So that's why I listed these. And no, these universities are not sponsoring me. I just didn't want to list entire universities that offer like 1-year degree or things like that, which probably won't help you in the long run. So in the long term, a 4-year degree for chemical engineering is probably what you need. Okay, so you got Auckland University or University of Auckland. They're basically very competitive and it's a very popular university, but again, it comes with its popularity, so it's quite competitive to get in. It is located in Auckland, and the university campus is in the Auckland Central Business District, CBD. Massey University is located in Auckland, but it is located out west. So if you live in west in Auckland, then it's probably a better option to go to Massey over Auckland University, where you have to commute 1 or 2 hours just to get to the CBD during peak traffic hours, rush hour. Okay, and then Canterbury. So University of Canterbury is located in Christchurch. The rent down south is quite good. Downside is during the winter semesters it gets quite cold and your flat is probably going to be pretty cold too. Apart from that, it's cheaper to live down south, and with the Christchurch rebuild, it's still rebuilding after a decade since the earthquake. So there are definitely going to be jobs in Christchurch. Okay. And Auckland is the largest city, population density wise. So you'll definitely find chemical engineering jobs because due to the large amount of engineering companies, it has currently got like 1.5 million people out of 4 million total in New Zealand. So the population density is quite high, so there's definitely going to be jobs, but you're also going to be competing against every other Aucklander. That's another downside. Auckland itself has a high cost of living. So that's, yeah. I'm not really trying to put any ideas because I live in Auckland, so I can tell you it's very expensive to live in Auckland. Okay. Chemical engineering salary. Graduate 58k, so K meaning 1,000, so kilo. Junior 2 years of experience 70,000 or 70k. Intermediate with 3 to 5 years experience 83k. Senior 5 years and above 154k. Alright, now these are just estimates, and at the end of the video I will show you all the links and websites, and all the links will be posted in the description below of this video, so don't worry. Alright, so places that you expect to go for chemical engineering in New Zealand. There's probably more sectors, but these are the most common ones. So you got your dairy industry. You're most likely going to be going into a rural town, as rural towns like the small country towns with farming. So they'll probably pay you higher as because it's harder to get people to move out into the countryside. However, they probably want more experienced chemical engineers rather than graduates. Waste. So any major city, you're gonna deal with waste chemicals and things like that. Also like bio waste. So yeah, you got fuel, major cities again. So fuel offices or fuel engineering firms will be located in major cities. So it'll be anything from fossil fuel to bio. All right, alcohol industry. So from an international perspective, New Zealanders really like drinking alcohol. Yeah, we got breweries in a lot of the major cities. We're known for our winemaking. So that might be an interesting industry to go into. Once again, located in major cities, mainly down south for their wines, and scattered all over the place for beers and stuff. Forest and plan? Is that paper? Well, why did I write plan? Anyways, so forest and paper industry. So the forest is located in rural areas, and the paper mill or paper industry would be probably in the major cities. Middle and construction. Major cities, mainly down south for like chemical treatments. There's some in Auckland as well, but that's few and far between. I would say if you're looking for chemical and construction and middle, so if you're treating middles in Auckland, it'll probably be located out east, so East Auckland. Okay, pharmaceuticals, so medicines, again, major cities. Auckland would probably be a good one. Wellington and Christchurch. So yeah, those are pretty good major cities for pharmaceutical, just because of the large population density. Okay, so that's the rundown, and now I'll just show you all the links and stuff. All right, so you got University of Auckland, you got University of Canterbury. All these links will be in the description. So if you're planning to move here or like to study here, you can just pick these if you're studying chemical engineering. Just note that international students pay 4 times the amount of domestic, so it's very expensive. And if you want to study, I think the Scandinavian or some of the European countries offer free study, provided you got like a really good, I think GPA or something like that. Yeah, just check those websites. But if you want free study, there are countries that offer free study. New Zealand is not one of those. Massey. So those are the 3 universities that I mentioned. Okay. So this website says there's like some good places, but I just left like the 1 year courses out, partly because they're masters or because they're just a bachelor. And yeah, I'll put this link in the description, but I don't think it's that helpful. So this website's from the government, gives you a basic salary range. And this one, pay scale is always good. All right. So salary expert, another salary comparison website. And then of course we got Engineering New Zealand. It is a organization, a non-profit. It is a profit organization, but it is an organization for engineers, and Basically, they interview engineers from different companies and they give you a estimate of what you should be paid and in what location, which is good. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell, turn on all notifications. Leave a comment if this was useful. Did it inspire you to become a chemical engineer? Hopefully you take a good and hard think. I always advocate don't just do engineering because you think it's going to be a good career. There are higher paying jobs out there which do a lot less work. So only do engineering if you really love engineering. All right, leave a comment below if this was helpful, if you are going to be a real engineer. Until next time, see ya.